Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Tommy. My name is Paula. I will be your moderator today. We're here with our host, Tommy Lee, and our friend, Norbz Cabrera. Today, we're talking about AEW Dynamite.
Woohoo! And welcome, Paula. This is Paula's debut, guys. AEW.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with us, Paula.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. So let's start with our first topic. Let's talk about the feud between the Elite and the Best Friends.
Want to start that, Tom?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So basically, guys, so that this interesting rivalry is happening between Best Friends and this Super Elite. Now they're called, eh? So it looks like Adam Cole's taking the reins, which is a great pickup by AEW. Former NXT superstar. Now he is in AEW leading the Super Elite. Kenny Omega hasn't been shown lately, guys. I guess maybe he's on a break right now. So they put the new face Adam Cole into the lead as the Super Elite with the Young Bucks and the rest of the crew as well, with Kyle O'Reilly and the Red Dragon tag team. So it looks like, and then you got Cool Friends, always a great fun click group to watch with Orange Cassidy leading the way there. It's been going back and forth. Super Elite has taken advantage of them every time they meet. They have dominated that battle. So maybe the time will come, the next pay-per-view, guys, where maybe now Best Friends can finally get the upper hand, because I'm just so sad seeing them get beaten up to a bloody pulp every time we see them go against each other. So yeah, it's a good rivalry going on.
Yeah, this has been continuing on for quite some time in the last month. There's been a lot of series of matches between the Elite and Best Friends. And Adam Cole has been, the spearheading all of this plan going forward. And it's certainly heating up as we begin the year. We've seen the Elite getting the upper hand versus the Best Friends since Trent's returned to the team. Despite the success of the Elite, like, we see this friction with the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, and his buddies Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to coexist within 2022, and like how things are going to unfold. With the Young Bucks being so jealous of the Red Dragon, O'Reilly and Fish's team, and Adam Cole just trying to keep things together in this alliance. So it's going to be interesting to see. We don't have Kenny Omega; he's out, with an injury and going through surgeries, and we don't have Don Callis to really keep this team together. So there's really no voice. So Adam Cole is just trying to keep things together with the Bucks and with his former Undisputed Era mates back in NXT. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go.
Right on. Okay, well, Norbz, considering you're the one that last spoke here, let's talk about the match between Wardlow and CM Punk. What do you think about that? What's your take?
Well, we've seen in recent weeks the classic war of words between CM Punk and Wardlow's alliance friend Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Those two have been really in a feud with the war of words, and eventually they're gonna build their match in the very near future. But first off, MJF, as the top heel he is, he's been hiding behind his friends, behind Wardlow and Shawn Spears. So he's been getting Wardlow into matches with CM Punk and also Shawn Spears. So last time on Dynamite, we saw Wardlow face CM Punk. I mean, MJF literally throwing Wardlow into the lamb here. He dominated most of the match, but while MJF is shouting out instructions to him, CM Punk suffered about 6 or 7 power bombs of Wardlow because he's such a huge beast at 275 pounds. So late in the match, CM Punk just rolled him over for the victory. So MJF has been quite irate with that display that Wardlow has let his friend down. So now that next week on Dynamite, we're going to see MJF throw Shawn Spears into the pit against CM Punk. I mean, like, this thing is just really building up between CM Punk and MJF. while MJF is throwing his friends to the lamb against Punk here.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I told these guys, all the viewers watching, to be business casual today, but Norbs didn't follow through on that. Thank you for not being business casual again, Norbs. I told you to do it.
Hey, this is AEW official business.
Young Bucks, come on! Like Paula looking great business
The
casual.
elite, man,
I'm
the elite.
looking great right here, and we got you with the Young Bucks shirt on. Not
I'm a little
following
balanced.
the clothing protocol as usual. Thank you, Norbs. And Paula, you will get used to this. You'll get used to Norbs not listening to me as usual. Thank you, Norbs. Okay, but yes.
No problem, Tom. Anytime.
All right. So basically, what Norbs says is exactly what happened. He just got totally dominated CM Punk. And I believe the feud between Wardlow and MJF is going to happen. It's only a matter of time. My prediction is probably after the match coming up. I believe when CM Punk faces MJF, that it's going to happen where something's going to happen during that match, guys, where Wardlow gets upset and the feud's going to happen. It's been brewing. He dominated that match, totally knocked out CM Punk, could have pinned him 800 times the last time the Dynamite there, power bombed him 10 times, put him through a table. And I mean, he had him, but MJF wanted him gone. MJF wanted Wardlow to totally annihilate CM Punk so they don't have to wrestle, I believe, the next time they see each other. And nope, CM Punk somehow with that miraculous energy, rolled him up for the pin. So you gotta give to CM Punk. The guy got powerbombed 10 times, guys, and powerbombed through the table, and he somehow rolled into the ring to not get counted out, and he somehow did the little curl pin up there on Wardlow, small package. And I mean, yeah, it's the match was like a pretty good match, although it was one side by Wardlow. However, now we turn to the inevitable, which will be MJF versus Wardlow. That's going to happen. It was going to happen ever since they formed together. So, but who knows? Maybe not. Maybe AEW might not let that happen quite yet and keep this MJF CM Punk feud going, which is great. But it looks like it's going to be inevitable where, Wardlow MJF will battle it out.
Right on. All right, next thoughts. And Tommy, I'll leave this one with you. Sammy Guevara's interim TNT title run and his continued feud with Cody Rhodes. Thoughts?
Yeah, so I mean, I find that they're both great talents, but out of the 4 topics, to me, this was kind of not interesting. But I'm not insulting those two at all. I'm not insulting those two. I'm not insulting those two. It's not them. It's not them. But I mean, you got 2 guys that are kind of like, they're really great athletes, great wrestlers. But hey, once again, if it was like, it's still a good rivalry, but it just wasn't really appealing to me, in my opinion. Like you're drinking coffee without the cream and sugar in there, just bland coffee. That's what I like
my coffee black.
No, I gotta stay healthy with my calories, Paula, of course. Okay, I want to stop knocking on Cody Rhodes and Guevara because I don't want to find them in the street somewhere where they beat me up. But going into that rivalry, it's pretty good. They're pretty that TNT title match between Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara 2 months ago was an epic match. However, now you got Sammy Guevara winning the interim TNT title, and Rhodes still has a TNT title. Guevara beat his brother Dusty Rhodes, the Diamond. Now it's basically going to happen where I believe the next pay-per-view, Cody Rhodes will have to go against Sammy Guevara. But I'm not saying they're very talented. Nothing. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying it's a bland rivalry out of the 4 topics we're talking about today. So shoot.
Hey, you know what? The TNT championship, like, even though that it could be a bland topic, it's still a key point. He actually mentioned Dusty, God rest his soul, Dusty Rhodes. It's actually Dustin Rhodes that Sammy Guevara faced.
Oops, I'm sorry, that was my fault. Yep, Dustin Rhodes, my bad.
Yeah, that occurred. Yep. Apparently, Cody Rhodes, after winning the TNT championship, he was supposed to face Sammy Guevara in a rematch at Battle of the Belts last week, but he couldn't compete because of COVID protocols. So he had his brother Dustin Rhodes step in, and Sammy Guevara became the TNT champion, interim TNT champion there. So now the past Dynamite, we saw Sammy Guevara defeat Daniel Garcia in a TNT Championship match, which Sammy won. So he's really pushing his momentum again, leading up to the unification of the TNT Championship with Cody Rhodes. And we don't know when that's going to happen until Cody Rhodes is completely healthy and can compete again. So we'll see the future TNT rematch championship match between Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes in the very near future. And I'm still kind of hinting that Cody Rhodes will turn heel, right, Tom?
Once again, I mean, it's a bland topic. They're great wrestlers. I'm not knocking them. It's just, I've been, out of the 4 topics we're talking about today, that's just, to me, what's the less exciting. Nothing against you guys, Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes, because I don't want to get beat up by them if I see them, but I'm just saying it's not them. They're great athletes, great on the mic. It's just bland. It's just bland, guys. Well, yeah. It's just
Tom.
bland. It's just the least boringest out of the 4. I'm sorry. But because the other 3 are really good topics today, right? So I was out of the 4. They're still great.
It could be bland right now, but you know what? It could be interesting in the next few weeks or so. We'll see.
That's true. I mean, it's out of the 4 topics. I'm saying it's the blandest. It's not bad. It's out of the 4 topics, right? So it's all good.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
let's then move on and see if this is a black coffee topic. Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho's feud heating up. Is it like a sizzling black coffee, or is it like a cold black coffee that's sat for an entire day?
No, this is good. I like this one. This is
Oh,
good. This is a good.
This one's got creamer and sugar.
I'm not knocking Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, guys. Honestly, I'm not. I don't want them to like get upset or their fans to get upset at us. I'm just saying it's out of the 4.
They're not Tommy's cup of tea.
Like it's
Yes,
just
indeed.
Look,
Yes, indeed.
Hey,
This is what Tommy's gonna
I
do.
love you, Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, but hey, keep up the great work. I just find that it's the least favorite out of the 4 topics today. It's not a bad thing I'm saying, I'm not knocking them, but yes, this one, wow, it's sizzling, absolutely sizzling steak right now. This rivalry between Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. What's going on though? I watched a couple of matches. I'm thinking it's basically Kingston's getting a little jealous of Jericho because Jericho keeps coming in trying to rescue his friends, his boys from the inner circle, and Kingston says, "Hey, I can take care of it. Why you keep, putting your nose in my own business here?" And it's just been a little simmering feud happening between the 2 right now. Could be Jericho's also jealous of Kingston too, right? Because it's just that simmering faction that's happening. Not faction, sorry, the feud that's happening there. It's bound. It's just bound to like explode. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. They're still on the same team. They're still like to get on the same inner circle. But I mean, every time something happens and Jericho comes to help him out, you see Kingston like, what are you doing? Like, well, get your nose out of my business, get your face out of here. And it just, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of like 2, kindergarten kids just fighting over, the best lunch or something, or the snacks they want. Right. It's just, it's like that, but it's interesting because those 2 are really one of the best on the mics that are legends. So I'm really, really keen on this one happening. Now, could it be a rivalry, guys, that AEW makes it happen where they have to like face each other off? I think so. But right now, I love how AEW is just building that rivalry slowly until something happens, which it will.
Yeah, I mean, as Tommy mentioned, Eddie Kingston is quite jealous of Chris Jericho's success and the success of the inner circle with his buddies, also Santana and Ortiz. I mean, Eddie Kingston has had his problems two with Daniel Garcia and 2.0, the tag team 2.0, and the pack of wolves, those trio has attacked Eddie Kingston in past weeks, and Chris Jericho also had his problems too with Daniel Garcia and 2.0 being attacked. So it kind of it seems like this dispute is slowly building up because they both have the same problems with that team, and they both seem to like try to rescue each other from them. So yeah, I mean Eddie Kingston like just don't want any help, don't want any any allies with Chris Jericho, and he feels that Chris Jericho has really laid back Santana and Ortiz from becoming tag team champions too. So he's quite jealous and quite adamant about the Inner Circle alliance. So now Chris Jericho is just taking exception, and that is why this feud is really brewing into the coffee machine here. It's heating up, and God knows what will happen in this match formation. Could it be could we see like a stipulation match of some sort? Could be no holds barred. It could be like no disqualification, but we'll definitely see. This is quite an interesting feud coming up to the build up of the match. I mean, we're probably going to see Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho's war of words, exactly how MJF and CM Punk is going through. So in the very near future, hopefully we'll see some sort of a match stipulation. I can't wait to see that.
Sizzling steak, yes. It's a sizzling steak, guys. Paul, that's what it is.
Sizzling steak.
Yes.
It is a black coffee with creamer and sugar. That's how I'm going to refer to it from now on.
Absolutely. Lots of it.
I love your figurative speaking there.
Thank you. Question.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick a feud and watch one feud only, which feud would you be watching and why?
Oh, any feud with Hikaru Shida, because all the fans know I love Hikaru Shida. So like any feud with her. No. Hikaru Shida is great. She's great. Best feud I would. Oh, right now MJF CM Punk, probably the best feud I've ever seen. Those guys on the mic. Now, mind you, they got to give CM Punk time to talk more too. It looks like MJF's doing all the talking between the two every time they see each other. So maybe I don't know if CM Punk doesn't want to talk a lot or something through these promos, but they got to give him time to talk as well, because man, it's like MJF's met his match with the master of the mic, CM Punk. So yeah, the feud going on right now, I think is the best ever in AEW history.
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah, and I do kind of agree with Tom.
Yeah,
I
finally.
agree with Tom for the first time
what do
ever.
You know, it's a miracle. First time we get Paula as moderator.
I made magic happen.
With me. This is awesome. First for everything.
Yeah, we actually agree on something, Tom.
Yep.
I mean, CM Punk and Maxwell Jacob Friedman, their war of words has been like really interesting because they're really pushing the limit on their on their words and their comments and their exchange of words, exchange of jabs to each other. No pun intended with COVID, but yeah, it's interesting how the delivery of MJF, the way he is as a top heel, and CM Punk's charisma is just blending in very nicely with their exchange of words and pleasantries. Like the fans are totally engaged with it, and I'm totally engaged with it as well. And with the storyline building up, that MJF is hiding behind his allies and throwing Sean Spears and Wardlow into CM Punk down the pit. It just fuels the fire even more. And in the coming weeks on Dynamite or probably even Rampage, we're gonna see more of the exchange of words until eventually MJF has the guts to face CM Punk at some point in time. I mean the promos and the entertainment value is definitely something to keep interested in, guys, for sure.
Right on.
Nicely put. Yep. So yeah, right. So basically, yeah, it's that's the rivalry going on right now, and it's gonna be, and hey, amazing. This Paula's first debut, guys. Amazing job by Paula.
Thank you. I have quite a bit of learning to do with you guys, so I'm excited about that. If you do have anything to leave your viewers with before we take off for the day, what do you have to leave them with?
Yeah, Norb's dressing business casual for once. That'd be one.
Yeah, this is my business casual, guys. You know what? Guys, just keep watching AEW Dynamite and Rampage. Things are really heating up, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this year. I'm pretty sure 2022 is gonna be another exciting year for the brand.
Absolutely.
And for everybody from me, don't be a black coffee, be a black coffee with creamer and sugar.
Sizzling steak.
All right, everybody, it's been a great day. Thank you for watching, and take care. See you next time.
Hey everyone, it's Brittany from Tea Time with Tommy, and don't forget to catch Tea Time with Tommy and click the subscribe button on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. And if you don't click the subscribe button, Tommy will be a very, very, very cranky old man. So let's not have that. So make sure you click the like and subscribe button.